each time I visit, I do a short walk around and I'm looking at all the different plants that come up at different times of the year. I'm taking pictures and then I am looking them up and I'm making a list. I'm making a survey of all the plants and on the property, and that's a lot of fun. This little guy who grew up in the disturbed area, and I haven't seen too many of these, but these flower clusters are gorgeous. That should be an easy identifier, along with the ruffled leaf edges. And of course, as with any arid climate plant, there's pubescence or waxy covering on the leaves. So that should be an easy one to identify. Here's another curious character. Believe it or not, there is a mushroom that grows on arid land, and this is a desert shaggy mane. I looked that one up already, and it's a form of puffball, but it grows on a stem, and it actually can get quite tall. And when it's done, it's just a stalk, and I've kicked them over and released a cloud of black spores. I'm just fascinated with how things survive out here. It's really interesting. And here we have a cluster of beans on a mesquite, and these beans can be harvested and dried and made into a flour. Not that I'm going to be doing that anytime soon, but it's good to know. As I walk back on the property, there's slight variations in the vegetation based on a little bit on elevation, possibly differences in soil characteristics. There have been a lot of lizards running around here and a lot of mousy holes, and I have yet to come across a rattlesnake, and I tread very carefully as I'm working my way through here and keep my eyes peeled for anything under a bush. That would be unusual for it to be out in the open in this kind of landscape on a warm day. It's already warm enough. They usually come out in the open in order to warm up or to hunt, is what I've learned. So plenty of stands of low-growing mesquite, which would provide a lot of cover for little animals and also slow down the erosion of the soil. I'm happy to have them here, but I am going to selectively in certain areas encourage native grasses to come back, because this is actually what the native vegetation was. It was a grassland. It was grazed continually over generations, and the removal of those plants has allowed the thorny shrubs to take over. So for instance, here there are several mouse burrows, but then there's a dugout area which could possibly be, I have seen coyote track here, and so the coyote would be hunting the mice and trying to dig them out of their holes as they go down into the ground. I also saw the tracks of baby pronghorn. I've seen signs of, I guess it would be jackrabbit droppings, but that's been over the winter when things are a little busier during the day. I bet you there's a lot of night activity out here. The critter I see running around the most here during the day are little lizards. Don't know the exact species, just little lizards. I guess I'm about maybe 150, 200 feet from the car, off the road, and down in this area, the grasses are prevalent. And there's, I'm sure, quite a mixture here of natives, and I tried looking them up. That's not as easy to identify online, but this is beautiful here. And I've seen quail. I saw a lot of quail here earlier this year. Again, once it gets hot out and the sun is up, things settle down quite a bit. Animals hunker down in the shade and underground. There's the beautiful Cap Rock over there in the distance. The land rises up and away from the Pecos River Valley, and the more desert adapted plants like creosote bush take over on those areas. Look at this happy character. Okay, we've got some fruits. We've got some thorns. We've got teeny tiny leaves. I think I know it. I have looked this guy up before. I'll have to put over top of this what the actual species is, but it's about 3 feet tall. Oh wow! I knew that there was a couple of real cactus here besides prickly pear. So what we have here, I think, was some kind of barrel cactus, and we'll have to take a look. Being that small without a fruiting body on it, it might not be an easy one. But I did once see a fishhook barrel cactus here, and unfortunately I think it was in the path of the road and I didn't get a chance to remove it. More will be revealed about this guy. So one of my friends who is into gems told me that I should look around these ant holes for little quartz crystals. The ants take them out of the burrows, and they're little tiny pieces of quartz, and they call them Pecos Valley diamonds. Kind of like the Herkimer diamonds, I guess, that you would find upstate. Just little pieces of prismatic quartz crystals that I guess they don't like inside their burrows. So I'm collecting these. I'm going to put a bunch of them in a jar. Just nice pink quartz. Okay, here's a curious one. I'm not familiar with another plant intertwined with it. Don't know what this guy is. Don't know for sure if this is a creosote bush or not, but it's got these clusters of leaves, and it's a pretty bright color. Gotta look them up. And look at this spiny guy. Okay, they're prevalent everywhere. Prickly pear cactus. They actually have varieties for gardens that don't have spines. I see them growing around the city. But wondering if that looks like it flowered already. I'm not sure what season they flower in or what time of year. And when I come here in the morning, I like to pack a breakfast because I get down here around 7:30. So this morning I have cottage cheese, strawberries, and Johnny cakes, and Hammer. Hammer, are you good? He's a good guy. I'm keeping an eye on him. I'm like making sure he doesn't go lizard chasing.